All right, go ahead.
Okay, just to break down your guys' performance on Saturday, how you guys thought you did, and a couple days thinking about it, what did you see, good and bad?
After watching the film, I always kind of tend to notice the things we still need to work on. But also when we watch the good plays and a lot of the positive things that happen, it was great to see the enthusiasm that we played with, the resolve and resilience that we played with. It's funny, I had a meeting with one of our players today, and she said, you know what, I'm glad that we're still struggling. I'm glad that we're still learning and growing as a unit. And anytime your players can embrace and say that, I think you're on the right track to understanding that every day we got to be a little better than the last day. And so overall, anytime you can get a W under your belt, especially your first home game, it's just a great experience, and to get that out of the way. Now we just focus on Arkansas State and take the next step.
What have you seen from them so far, looking at the film?
Very athletic team, very defensive-minded, very disciplined defensively to where they want to really get up in the passing lanes, pressure the ball, deny passing lanes, and just really make you work for everything. Pick you up full court, put a lot of pressure on you in that regard. So we've got to be prepared to play together, to play strong, to run our hands through passing lanes. And from an offensive standpoint for them, very aggressive. 19 free throws a game last year. I have a number of players that are dangerous in the open floor, getting out, pitching the ball ahead, or pushing off the bounce. And then in the half court, just really do a great job getting the ball in the paint and getting paint touches, which create transition layups in the half court, offensive rebounds, and free throw opportunities. So a lot of things they do well, we're not great at right now defending. So it'll be a great test for us for sure.
How important is the rebounding effort going to be in this one?
Rebounding is going to be a key for us all year. The other night we gave up 17 offensive rebounds. We were down a couple rebounds at the half, but we ended up at +8. That was an emphasis going into the second half. And I think that's just going to be one of those things where everybody has to, all hands on deck rebounding. Everybody has to go to the glass and pursue those rebounds. Everybody has to help box out. So I think that's going to be something that we just constantly need to focus on improving in every day.
Not your first time coaching, but was there any nerves coming into this game? Like I'm here, UF about to coach in front of, Florida fans. Is there any nerves coming in?
I have nerves every game because anytime you're doing something you love and you're excited to compete, I think you're going to have nerves. I enjoy having the nerves because it tells me that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing in my life. And it was definitely had nerves, and I was kind of shocked how calm I stayed early on, especially when we kind of struggled out of the gates. But our players did a great job of fighting and competing to get us back in it. And so hats off to them with how they played. And that's what's great, is that you get the nerves, and then once the ball gets tossed up, you forget about that and you just focus on your business. And I think our players did a good job of doing that.
And you're chucking from the Chief Seats line. It didn't disappoint on Saturday. 10 for 31. How would you evaluate the performance from behind the arc?
Seven different players made a three. I don't know when that last time is. We've done that at Florida, but that's spreading it, sharing it. We say we want to spread the floor, share it, and shoot it. And anytime you have 22 assists on 33 field goals, you hit 10 threes, 7 different players make a three. Funda Nagasago is one of our best three-point shooters. Is she a 1 for 7 three-point shooter? I don't think so. Sydney Meringue is one of our best three-point shooters. Is she a 1 for 4, 25%? I think she's better than that. We had a lot of really good looks that didn't go down. So I think it's what we wanted. Took the right shots, just didn't make them all. Even Michaela Hayes at the end there, you saw her take a top of the key second trail three. It was wide open. That's something that we practice. So shot selection was fine. And even going 10 of 31, we still shot 48% from the floor. I'll take that every day of the week and twice on Fridays.
Okay, cool.
And what's going to be key to getting off to a good start in this one against Arkansas State?
I think we've got to be able to handle the first 3 seconds of each possession in the half court. A lot of times teams that pressure, they bring a lot of bark. And if you don't handle that bark, well, then eventually they're going to bite. And so you've got to be strong, and you can't shy away from the aggressiveness and the pressure. You've got to face up, be strong, rip the ball low, foot fake, jab step, create space to make plays, and you got to play hard. So I think we'll see right away out of the gates what's going to happen, who the aggressor is going to be. Because of their style of play, we know what they're going to bring. And I just think it's a great test to see what our players are made of out of the gates immediately tomorrow night as well.
And you talked about that shot selection, getting those open looks, from behind the arc. Would you credit that to your guards, being able to find those open players and start those plays?
I think it's everybody. A number of players had assists. Drea had 8, but you look at some of the passes Haley and Paulina had. I think it's just giving up a good shot to find a great shot, pivoting, making crisp passes. So I think it's a combination of the effort that we put in through October, just sharing the ball in our drills and practice and sticking with and trusting our training. And I think that's why it happened. And you'll notice too, it's infectious. When someone gives up a good shot for a great shot and makes that extra pass, it feels good knowing that you help someone get a better shot than what we had. And so I think it's just a team thing. We over me.
Awesome.
That's it.
See?